Live from the Hive, it's SAR Sting Hockey. I'm Alex Levy.
Here with Joey Tropper. This is boys varsity hockey. Got SAR against Frisch. Good game tonight. Alex, what do we know?
Well, SAR has a pretty good record so far. They have 3 wins, 1 overtime loss that happened to TABC last Saturday night, and Frisch has 1 loss, the rest wins. That loss was to SAR at Frisch, so SAR has the upper hand going into this game.
So, should be a good one.
SAR, Frisch, both pretty excited for this game. I spoke to some of the guys from SAR. They're really excited. They're pretty mad about that loss to TABC last week, and they think they can get the W here.
Yeah, and they're going to really want to establish themselves at the top of the Western Conference here in the Yeshiva League, and a win over Frisch would do a lot for them. They're only 3 points ahead of Frisch, so with a Frisch win tonight, they closed to within 1 point of SAR in the standings.
Before the game starts, I want to ask you, what do you think SAR needs to do to come out with this win?
Definitely need to play strong, quick game. They have to be into the zone quick, and they gotta beat Frisch to the balls in the corners of the Frisch zone, and use the familiarity with their home rink to their advantage.
I agree. Opening face-off, Gordy Cole versus Benji Fanta.
Won by SAR, and dump-in is blocked, and dumped into the SAR zone in the middle, cleared to the corner. Gordy Kolb thrown down there, and a clear, and a score from the corner.
Shua Friedman just let a bomb go from his own zone. Slap shot, Charlie Freilich wasn't really ready to save that one, and a 5-0.
Yeah, that's a bad goal for Freilich early in this game with a Frisch team trying to prove themselves here.
18 seconds have gone by. SAR with the 1-0 lead.
So a strong start for SAR. Another face-off victory.
And they'll leave the first line out to try to produce some more pressure.
Gordy cleared and Kolb in the corner. He's working on Bloom. Kolb holds, spins off, and it's put into the corner. That one is put to the other side, but not cleared. As a Frisch player missed it, it goes to the corner. That's Green in on it. Green controlling into the corner where Kolb will have it. Kolb gets off a defender and shot. Hits the side of the net. Kolb again, but it comes out to the middle and Frisch clears. Cover by Henry Kolb. First face-off down in the Frisch zone.
And so that first line consisted of 3 SAR captains, Gordy Kolb, Jason Beer, and Shua Friedman, and junior Ethan Green, who's known as the speedster of the team. Shua Friedman will remain on this line.
Face-off, that one was won by Frisch, but cleared. Johnny Hames coming down. Hames gets double-teamed. Somehow keeps it in the zone. Kept in again at the point. Hames shoots. Save, Freilich. Cleared off of her stick into the bench.
And on for Frisch right now, we're seeing Yoni Kirsch, Josh Levine, Charlie Bentheim, and Maury Bauer. And for SAR, it's Johnny Hames, Romy Hartstark, Jason Burian, and Eitan Waxman. Nice junior-senior mix for the Sting.
Face-off, won by SAR and cleared down off the side of the net. And Frisch attempts to clear, but it goes to the right corner. Pressure applied by Harkstark, but Levine clears it all the way down. Battle at the point now as Harkstark looks to clear, and he does. First man to it, Josh Levine, but he's double-teamed, and Harkstark takes it. Harkstark behind the net, into the corner. To Burian, looks like a give and go, just missed, and Waxman holds in at the point. Harkstark in the right corner, shot was blocked, and another shot, Burian was saved. Harkstark battling, but it's covered by Freilich.
And you'll see these SR defensemen like to chip in and help out on offense. Jason Burian was playing down low there as Johnny Hames stayed back and covered for him.
So Kolb and Green back out there for the sting. Face off in the Frisch zone, one back, and put right out of play, deflected. So looks like it'll go out of the SAR zone. One and out. Green goes to the corner. Kolb now to the point. A blast. Blocked. Back again. And it's in the corner. Frisch attempts a clear, but it's kept in by Herstick. Kolb, first man to it, gets around the defender. Stuck in the corner. Shot by Friedman, misses high and wide. Herstick with a nice keep in to Green, who loses it. Kept in by Herstick again at the point. A shot by Green is saved. Kolb now. Gordy Kolb backing down the defender. Loses it and falls down, and it's cleared.
That was great defense by Simon Morgenstern.
Kolb looks to clear the zone, but Morgenstern keeps it in.
Morgenstern's really holding his ground on legendary Gordy Kolb.
So Friedman gets it to Harkstark, who clears. Brought in by Bloom. Shot was saved.
That's a great shot by Bloom. R.A. Bloom was the captain of the Frisch JV team last year, and I remember last year when they played in this rink, he scored a goal with a minute left in a 3-2 game to tie it. Very impressive shot, and it was from that same exact location, so let's see if he tries to do that again.
Face off won and cleared by SAR. Harkstark on Kirsch, taken by Johnny Hames, who backs around the net. Hames still backing with it. Levine looks to take it, but Hames escapes. Hames tries to get it to the point, but it's blocked, and back to Hames, who shoots just wide. That one is blasted from the point into the SAR zone. Looks to be cleared, and it is cleared. Friedman in, and a save. Nice rush up the ice there by Shua Friedman.
Frolich had a great drop there. After that first goal he let up, which was a little questionable, he's really stood his ground here and kept Frisch in the game.
So another strong start for SAR. Face-off is won by Frisch, but kept in the zone for now by Waxman, who falls on top of the Frisch player, and it is put into the corner. Brought out now by SAR, and Nayowitz is there, but it's blocked at the point and then cleared. Burian with the clear. In front, ashore!
And Jacob Nayowitz, known as the Hustler, sticks to his name, and we're going to see a replay here.
Looked like Kirsch didn't let the goaltender play it, tried to hit it with his glove, and instead it bounced right to Nayowitz.
I guarantee you that SR coaches were telling the players to use the boards. Other teams don't know how to use the boards, and Frisch misjudged what was going to happen there, and Jacob Nayowitz was able to bang home a rebound and give SR a 2-0 lead.
So that face-off dumped into the Frisch zone, and a keep-in for now, but Bloom with it, a shot off the mask, but off sides. Looked like he made a move at the blue line.
And SAR, very good start. We are not even 5 minutes into the game, and they're off to a 2-0 lead. Two pretty scrappy goals, so we'll see how Frisch responds.
Kolb wins that face-off, and he shoots from long range, save. And not only is SAR up on the points, but you have to think, even though we don't have an official shot counter, that they are way ahead in shots this early in the game.
Yeah, the Henry Kolb hasn't really had to face so much action so far, so.
That one is cleared, and Kolb lunges to save it from a sprinting Weiss.
That might have been Henry's only second or third shot. This has really not been such a good start for Frisch. Joe Trop and Weiss out for Frisch right now. Let's see if they can create some offense with the face-off deep.
Cleared by SAR. And Green is the first man to it in the corner. Puts it around for Kolb. Give and go. Green just missed another shot. And a save.
What a save, Freilich. Green's got that quick shot, quick move, so he gave the pass to Gordy Kolb, and Gordy doing what he does best, just putting it on his teammate's sticks, and Green had the right shot, just a better save by the goalie.
So now twice we've seen that play by SAR, the give and go, as the faceoff is won by Kolb. Up to the point, a blast just missed. Friedman looks annoyed at himself with that one as it comes back to Kolb, who looks to wrap around, but he is stopped. Kolb spins and shoots off of Green and back into behind the net. Kolb again on the backhand. Shot, score! He spun. That's the third time he's had that chance, and this time he gets it under the goalie.
Let's see if we get a replay of that shot by Gordy Kolb. So Gordy just spun to his forehand, and Freilich's 5-hole was pretty open there, and he was able to get it through. I believe Frisch just called a timeout. One team called a timeout. I'm not sure who it was. I would just imagine Frisch.
Yeah, not the start they envisioned. Another replay. See the quick spin. And right in.
So 6:50 left in the first period. 3-0 SAR. 3 pretty questionable goals let up by the goaltender. What do you think Frisch needs to do to turn this around?
They just got to start, beating SAR in the effort. They got to start running faster and getting to those balls in the corner. So far, SAR's gotten to every single loose ball.
Well, it's 5 minutes in, and although this game seems to be drifting away from Frisch, they're a very talented team, and this is definitely not over. I would expect a big push from them, and SAR's got to keep up what they're doing, throwing everything to the net, and keep steady play.
So it's going to be Harkstark and Bauer on the face-off. 6:50 left, and the face-off's won by Harkstark into the zone. Chased by Hames, and a clear, and Bauer will chase for Frisch. Bauer, nice move around, but he is stopped by a double team, and Hames shoots one that goes out of play.
That was a very good shot. Freilich was able to make the save pretty easily, but he was forced to deflect it out of play, and now the faceoff will be deep.
So it looks like Hames will be taking the faceoff against Josh Levine. Won by Frisch, but put into the zone, into the corner, where Harkstark moves in with it. Couple of shots jamming at it. Back to the point, deflected up. Harkstark into the corner now. Looks like a clear for Frisch. Off the netting, that's going to be a whistle as that one made an abrupt change of direction.
And although SAR is a 3-0 lead, it seems they're struggling a little bit on the face-off, so we'll see if they can improve on that, because face-offs are very key in such a small rink like the SAR rink. And Jacob Nawitz, Judah Forking back on. They scored the second goal.
Bentheim clears. Herstick manages to send it back. Nawitz tries to get it in the corner. Forking and Nawitz on, and that one is sent out of play.
Bauer tried to just throw it around and try to create something maybe down low, but Shua Friedman had other plans, deflecting it out, and now there will be a face-off right in front of
Forking, who won that face-off out of the zone, and Friedman clears. Forking, first man to it, double team as Nawitz looks to take it. Nawitz races to it and beats Levine to the ball. Kicks it to Forking, who sends it to the front. Nawitz wide open from the slot, but a save. And a clear from Frisch. SAR still getting the majority of the opportunities in the early going.
And the net just really popped up. Freilich might be stuck even.
As Nawitz in the corner working on Levine. Now Forking comes over to help out, and Frisch will clear the zone. Nice move by Bauer, and a shot saved by Cole.
Freilich had a lot of movement behind the net there. Not sure what was going on, but he was able to recover, and SAR couldn't get a shot off, but he seems a little uncomfortable not knowing the court. I'm sure he's played here many times, but I don't know. He doesn't seem so comfortable right now.
That face-off won by SAR, but not cleared yet, and now it's out as Kolb looks to steal it, but it's cleared all the way down. That one is put into the other corner by SAR, where Green will try to filter it out, and he does.
SAR doubles in the corner.
Green has it over to Kolb. Kolb holds at the point with a slapper, just missed. Green on the forecheck, he has it now. Green around the net. Looking shot just off of Kolb, who tried to tee it up, and that one's over the net and just missed. Another one. Green and Kolb proving very effective here. Kolb now beats two defenders. Kolb looks to go around the other way, but he is stopped. And a clear. Nice play by Bloom. That one is stopped by Morgenstern, and oh, an open net, but Frisch couldn't tee it up. And Bloom with another clear. Shot just wide, and Morgenstern will recover. Simon Morgenstern gets it in. A backhander save. A little bit of an opening there, as it looks to be opening up for Frisch just a little bit as it's cleared down. Recovered by Frisch, but Harkstart clears. Bloom winds up, and a shot goes over the flailing arm of Kolb, and he will try to cover, and he does.
So Frisch applying a little pressure. We're getting towards the end of the first, and it's looking better for them. Still SAR creating chances. Gordy Colvin, Ethan Green, the SAR's first line. We'll see their second line out now, Johnny Hames and Romy Hartstark.
Friedman on the face-off. And Lindenbaum behind the net. And Friedman shoots. Oh, just missed. Nice shot going far side there as Kolb will cover on the other end.
Now, Shu is a great player, and the chances are coming, but he's not hit the net as often as he would like to. I think he's getting a little frustrated. We saw him shaking his head before. He's probably missed the net about 4 times now after he scored that first one, and he's got to get those on net.
Face-off sent down by SAR. Harkstark in, but it's cleared. Lindenbaum will be the first man there, and he tries to get it out. And stolen away by Hames, who shoots up and out of play off of the pads of Freilich.
I think that one actually got deflected by the first defenseman. And it just popped up. Johnny had a good opportunity, but couldn't get the shot on net. Forking and Naywitz back out now.
That one is sent all the way down by Frisch. Burian backhands it nicely. And a shot by Naywitz goes to the corner. Naywitz to Forking, who tries to jam it in. He scores!
That one's Judah Forking, just determination.
Judah Forking with a really nice play around the net. Just keeps pushing, no whistle, so he just keeps sliding. Freilich having a discussion with the referee now. He's wondering why there was no whistle. But
I think he thinks that he was pushed, actually. Like his foot maybe got moved by the stick of Forking, but Forking just prevailed.
So 4-0 now towards the end of the first.
Frisch seems to be a little bit out of energy.
Won by SAR. Forking shoots wide, and a cover by Freilich. So, face-off, won by Frisch, but still in the zone off Burian. Burian now recovers to clear. And now Herstick fires off the glove of Freilich. Naywitz behind the net, steals it, and that one goes off a foot and stays in the zone. Now it's out as Frisch looks to create some sort of offense. Cleared again. Two SAR players fight forward in the corner. Nayowitz comes out with it. Nayowitz on Morgenstern as Burien tries to keep it in. And Bentheim shoots, but an offsides whistle preceded that one.
And it's 4-0 now. You could say that SAR's dominated play overall, but really the third line has been very, very strong tonight, scoring 2 goals, both forwards each getting 1, and they're really dominating play when they're out there.
That one is cleared by Frisch. Bauer with it now. He shoots. Saved by Kolb. And the other Kolb clears it down. He recovers in the corner, working on Bloom. 2 men come down. Bentheim. Also, he splits them and a shot. And he scored, but a whistle was blown.
And they called that one no goal. He actually, when he got doubled, he put it through his legs. That was a pretty fancy move from Gordy Kolb. He practices those all the time, and he was able to pull one off there.
So on the replay, probably a good call by the official. Freilich did have it, and Kolb hit it while it was in his equipment, so the official is going to stand by the whistle. Kolb obviously won't be so happy over that one. So it looks like Hames and Harkstark and out of the zone, so Frisch will have a minute here to regroup. And that one goes off of Hames in front and almost trickles in.
Was sitting on the doorstep.
And a clear and saved by Freilich off the sideboards. Bouncy boards here at SAR. Anything, even into the corner, can bounce right out in front.
They almost just tallied a 5th one. That would have been just an exclamation part on this point on this first period.
So, looks like Friedman now settles and shot. Just missed wide. Hames now working in the corner on Levine. Taken by Harkstark. Harkstark moving along the boards. Puts it through. Levine clears. Harkstark right back in, but it's cleared. Levine will take it now, and cleared by Kirsch. Harkstark puts it behind the net, but the first player there is from Frisch. And Shua Friedman out with it. Friedman's shot just missed wide. So a lot of misses for Shua Friedman here in the first, as that one is cleared. Minute remaining
that one bounces
here.
right in front.
As Levine tries to use his hand, but not successfully. Hames in, gets a shot blocked. And that one is cleared by Frisch off of Harkstark, and Harkstark's shot off the blocker of Freilich. Sent down. Covered by Hames. 37.6 left.
So SAR really taking control here. Johnny Hames just had a very good scoring chance, and although Frisch has started to play hockey as they didn't do in the first 5 minutes, it's been all SAR in this first period.
So off the face-off, it goes right to Kolb, who covers.
Maury Bauer won that one straight to the net, but Charlie Bentheim couldn't get the ball in time.
Face-off won by SAR and cleared down on Freilich, so the face-off will come down to the Frisch zone.
The teams seem to be playing a little back and forth now, just dump and chase. Before they were kind of settling, working by the net.
Forking on the face-off. He takes that one. Nice save by Freilich. Really stuck out that right pad as Nayowitz went toppling over.
Nayowitz smartly just walks away, not trying to cause any trouble. You're up 4-0. No need to take a penalty.
Face-off won by Frisch, and Bauer clears the zone. Stopped by Kolb, and Nayowitz looks to spin it, but it is taken by Bauer. Back to Kolb.
I think Gordy Kolb's on D here.
And a shot. That one looks like it was blocked in front by a sliding Burien. And Naywitz will get it to Kolb, who backhands it out. 1 second off the top of the net, and that's it. So a strong period for the Sting and a commanding 4-0 lead as we go to the first intermission.
Never liked me anyway.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You have humility, nobility, and a sense of honor that is very rare indeed.
אני יודע שהכל יהיה סבבה, ניתן את הלב והנשמה, נביא את הסוואגה, לא נוותר, רק נרים את הראש למעלה. אני יודע שהכל יהיה בסדר, לא מקשיב למי שמדבר בלי קשר, חושב מחוץ אל הקופסה וגם מעבר, אמת מקי יורק עד הקבר, לא מתערבב, לא משחק במשחקים, לא קונה 1000 חיוכים, עסוק בעצמי, לא תובע בתככים שנחשים שמנסים למשוך בחוטים, בבילן בזיין עכבר מול עין, בחיפוש אחר האושר, לא מחפש להיות המעליין, בום שקלק, קפה שרוך חזק עם הנץ' הכי שחור במשחק, צ'ולו הסדק, סול משאיר אבק, מרימים את הראש, צופים למרחק. אני יודע שהכל יהיה בסדר, לא משנה מה כולם מדברים בסתר, ניתן בראש בעזרת השם בלי נדר. אין לנו אידיזה, אין הרבה בוויזה, אבל יש את הבריזה של אלה והכנרת.
אז אם אתה מרגיש שחד,
תתארגן על אוטו ועל בגד נע, אין עוד קיץ כזה במדינה אחרת.
אז בוא נשים את כל הבעיות בצד, ביחד נלמד אותם אחד אחד, שמה שמדבר אל הישראלים זה בסה עם סלסולים.
הבחור של הנגב ועד החרמון, ככה זה בארץ, ככה זה בציון, כל שבת בדשא על האצטדיון, ככה זה בארץ, ככה זה בציון.
אלכוהול מרוסיה, אוכל מרוקאי, כינור אשכנזים, טיפה טינה ניי ניי, גם אם מבחוץ זה נראה על הפנים, וואלק לא מתלוננים, גם אם
אין לנו אידיזה, אין הרבה בוויזה, אבל יש את הבריזה של אלה והכנרת.
אז אם אתה מרגיש שחד,
תתארגן על אוטו ועל בגד ים, אין עוד קיץ כזה במדינה אחרת.
אז בוא נשים את כל
בסדר, לא מקשיב למי שמדבר בלי קשר, חושב מחוץ אל הקופסה וגם מעבר, אמת מקי יורק עד הקבר, לא מתערבב, לא משחק במשחקים, לא קונה אלף חיוכים, עסוק בעצמי, לא תובע בצרכים שנחשים שמנסים למשוך בחוטים, בבילן וזיין עכבר מול עין, בחיפוש אחר האושר, לא מחפש להיות המעליין, בום שקלק, קפה שחור חזק עם הנץ' הכי שחור במשחק, צ'ולו הסדק, סול משאיר אבק, מרימים את הראש, צופים למרחק, אני יודע שהכל יהיה בסדר, לא משנה מה כולם מדברים בסתר, ניתן בראש בעזרת השם בלי נדר.
אין לנו איביזה, אין הרבה בוויזה, אבל יש את הבריזה של אילת והכנרת. אז אם אתה מרגיש שחד, תתארגן על אוטו ועל בגד לק, אין עוד קיץ כזה במדינה אחרת. אז בוא נשים את כל הבעיות בצד, ביחד נלמד אותם אחד אחד, שמה שמדבר אל הישראלים זה בסה עם סלסולים. הבחור של הנגב ועד החרמון, ככה זה בארץ, ככה זה בציון, כל שבת בדשא על האצטדיון, ככה זה בארץ, ככה זה בציון. אלכוהול מרוסיה, אוכל מרוקאי, כינור אשכנזים, טיפטין עיני, גם אם מבחוץ זה נראה על הפנים, וואלק לא מתלוננים, גם אם אין לנו איביזה, אין הרבה בוויזה, אבל יש את הבריזה של אילת והכנרת. אז אם אתה מרגיש שחד, תתארגן על אוטו ועל בגד ים, אין עוד קיץ כזה במדינה אחרת. אז בוא נשים את כל liked me anyway.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You have humility, nobility, and a sense of honor that is very rare indeed.
We're back for the second period of play here at SAR. First period dominated by the Sting. What do you think is going to happen in the second period? Any changes? Any?
Well, it's always hard to predict, but I mean, you have to think that SAR is going to maybe play a little bit more laid back and Frisch might come out a little bit with more fire. Obviously, they lacked a little bit in the first.
Yeah. The one thing I said multiple times during this broadcast so far, Shua Friedman's got to hit the net, so I went up to him. I said, Shua, hit the net. He said, I know. So I think he's going to hit the net. You know, I think he's going to score a few, and I think it's going to be a very productive period for SAR. I think their goal now is to keep the pressure on, not let Frisch dominate play here. And even if they don't score at this point, their goal is to not let Frisch score, because You let Frisch get 1, they're back in the game. If SAR scored 4 in the first period, Frisch can score however many they want.
Yeah, obviously crazier things have happened than a 4-goal comeback. So we'll have to see. Looks like SAR is going to be starting off with Friedman, Burien, Green, and
Frisch is going with Bauer,
Hartstark.
Hartstark and Hames come on. Green goes off. For Frisch, it's Bloom, Bauer. I can't see the players right now. They're in a little huddle trying to discuss what they're going to do. It's Bendheim and Morgenstern.
Looks like Josh Levine.
Oh, it's Josh Levine. My apologies. So, face off. Won by Frisch. SAR gets it out of the zone. Hames puts it deep. Bauer at the line. Dumps it deep. Shua goes, rings it around the boards. Hartstark fires it deep. Bloom and Hartstark fighting in the corner.
Yeah, great clear there by Friedman off the boards right to his player.
Hartstark stick handling. Gets a little bump from Bloom. Tries to throw it around, and he fails to do so. And it's cleared and held by Henry. Seemed to struggle with that one a little.
Yeah, but good aggressiveness by Kolb, not letting them establish anything in the zone early in this period.
And quick changes for SAR here. Kolb and Green come back on, and Burien goes off for Ephraim Hurstick. Face off, won by Frisch. Shot, blocked, goes to the corner. Benheim throws in front, blocked again by Friedman. Benheim gets it in the corner, stolen by Friedman. Benheim gives a little shove to Green. Green gets it almost out, but it stays in the zone. Bauer gets it in the corner, fires one, blocked.
Yeah, nice block by Hurstick.
And
good anticipation.
Gordy Kolb finally gets it out. So
Hurstick anticipated that shot and was able to get down.
So far, Frisch has been applying more pressure in the first 56 seconds of the second period than they really have all game. So that's a good sign for any Cougar Nation fans watching. Face off, Gordy Kolb against, I can't see that Frisch player. But it is won by Gordy, and a quick shot by Ethan Green saved. And we did not get to this in the beginning of the period, but Isaac Markovitz is in net for Frisch. Charlie Freilich was pulled. He's sitting on the bench, and that's a goaltending change for Frisch. Ball goes behind the net. Green with it, fighting with Feintuck. Goes in front. Burien steps up, can't get it. Goes over Henry's head. He steers it aside. Weiss fighting. Jason, Burien gets it. Goes to the corner where Gordy Kolb will try to do his magic. He gets it, takes it around the net, takes it back the other way, and there was a whistle. Let's see what the call is. I think it might be a penalty on Frisch.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Feintuck going off for 1:30. And back to the goaltender change. It's unusual to see it so early in a game, but obviously the goalie was not, Charlie Freilich was not on top of his game. So Frisch hopes that this switch will rejuvenate their team.
SAR sends their power play unit out. Shua Friedman, Romy Hartstark, Gordy Kolb, Jason Burien. Gordy passes to Jason. Jason will work it in the corner. Jason, just stick handling, throws a pass across, goes behind the net. Gordy with it now. He throws it in front, and saved by Markovitz, and then it is cleared by Joe Trop. And Henry lets it go a little dangerously, but the whistle was blown early, and there will be a face-off deep in the SAR zone.
Yeah, some good time in the zone here for this power play. They just have to be able to get some shots on goal.
Friedman, Traub on the face-off. Traub wins it to the corner, and he'll try to kill some time there. Burien throws it around the net. Friedman will get the ball, and he passes it to Burien, who passes it to Hartstark, pass to Kolb, and a save by Markovitz. And Schropp clears, saved by Henry, and covered. So Frisch on this penalty kill has been getting most of their shots to the net, which is a good sign, forcing Henry Kolb to cover and getting face-offs deep in the SAR zone. Face-off won by Schropp again, but SAR controls, hits the referee, and Schropp gets the ball. Burien and Shua fight, and they get the ball back. Shua will bring it up. Passes to Gordy. Gordy has some room. Throws it off to Hartstark, but Frisch steals it. And Bloom almost had a breakaway there, but he couldn't get that one off. And there's a cover.
Yeah, it's tough to spring yourself in this short rink. Most hits go right to the goalie.
28 seconds left. Gordy with a chance there.
Good
saved.
rush by Gordy Kolb.
Johnny Hames has replaced Romy Hartstark on the power play. Shua with the shot, and I think Johnny blocked that one.
Yeah, Johnny good job screening in front.
And the call is maybe a hand pass. I think the Frisch player hit it out of his hand in the defensive zone, and the Frisch forward got it in the offensive zone. Hand passes are allowed in the defensive zone, but you cannot retain possession in the offensive zone. Johnny Hames on the face-off. He loses, but Jason Burien powers through, takes a shot, and covered by Markovitz. So Markovitz has stood tall so far.
6 seconds left on the kill here for Frisch. This would be a nice momentum boost to get through this one.
And Bauer with it in the corner. He gets around the SAR defenseman for a second. Full strength now. Fine to get out of the box. Takes a shot that was wide and covered by Henry Kolb. So the faceoff will be to the left of Kolb. SAR getting a fresh group out there.
Yeah, Kolb hasn't had much action today, but when he's been called upon, he's been good.
Yeah, he's played here a while. He knows how to use this back wall, which could be tricky for a lot of goalies who come in here.
Waxman.
And Benheim loses his stick, but he's fighting for the ball with his feet. And the ball is kept in. Bauer has it. Bauer fighting with Hertzstick. Throws a pass across, sails to the other side. Forking gets it deep, and Nawitz will fight for it. Nawitz takes a hit. Forking, stoned by Markovitz. Forking gets it in the corner. Nawitz will come and help. Forking throws a pass to Nawitz, blocked away, goes to the other corner, where Judah Forking and Jacob Nawitz will fight for it. Nawitz pass off to Forking. Forking takes it around the net, goes the other way, backhand, sails wide. He had a little room there.
Yeah, Frisch amping up the physicality. Guess looking to establish themselves in the defensive zone and make SAR a little bit more nervous.
And there's a shot by Judah Forking that sailed wide. And ball goes into the slot, and Frisch clears. Eitan Waxman takes it around, and it goes out of the zone. Fine took fans on it, and a pass in front. Jacob Nawitz cannot control it. Oh, and Maury Bauer on a semi-breakaway, stoned by Henry Kolb. And it looks like there's a penalty called. I think on...
That's on Waxman for a hook, I believe.
I think so, but we'll confirm that in a second. Yes, it is. Eitan Waxman will be in the penalty box for a minute 30. SAR sends their three captains out now to kill off this penalty. Shua Friedman, Gordy Kolb, Jason Burien. For Frisch, it's Charlie Bendheim, Maury Bauer, Benji Feintuck, and Aryeh Bloom. So Bloom, the lone junior on the court right now, actually. Face off one to the corner by Frisch. Feintuck with the ball. He brings it to the top, shoots, blocked. Burien with the block shot there. Cleared by Friedman. Pass across to Bauer. Bauer doesn't know where it is, but he throws it to the corner. Burien behind the net. He cannot clear. Bendheim controls. Feintuck with a quick shot save. Gordy, Bauer fighting. Feintuck goes into chase, but it's cleared by Jason Burien.
Yeah, that was a good clear. around. Very solid.
And Frisch is having a lot of trouble getting into the zone here. They get the entry, but they cannot get any farther than that. As Shua Friedman comes out in a little breakaway. And he hits the post. What a move. Shua Friedman just couldn't bury it. Jason Burian, and Jason will get a penalty for that one. I thought Feintuck took a little bit of a dive there, but regardless, I think Jason's going to go to the box. Or maybe he's not. Doesn't
I think
look
they
like
just called an offsides on that one.
Look, it was a little bit of a hit, and Feintuck fell hard, but I didn't really see any real penalty. Face off on by Frisch.
Ooh.
And Trop gets a little physical with Shua Friedman. Pass across to Arya Bloom. Slap shot behind the net. Henry's got to be careful there. That can pop out any second. Bloom across to Feintuck. Feintuck shot. Sails wide.
Yeah, it looks like Frisch is now just shooting from any angle, trying to get something going here.
Oh, and it goes in front. Saved by Henry Kolb. Good play by Weiss.
Nice awareness by Kolb, able to find that one.
Yeah, and Henry has the shutout, and he's playing a great game, but looks like he's having a little trouble with these plays off the wall, and I mean, he's experienced, he knows what he's doing, but he's definitely got to be careful because a lot of these first shots are sailing wide, and they could pop over and hit off his back. Shot by R.A. Bloom, covered up by Henry Kolb.
So 5 seconds left on this power play for Frisch, and you had to think that they would want to get a little bit more going on this power play, down by 4 in the second. Look to get a few, maybe at least one across before the end of this period so they don't go into the third with such a big deficit.
Face off taken by SAR. Burian gives it off to Friedman. Friedman fails to clear. Bloom's helmet is off. He has no idea what's going on. I think he might have gotten high sticked, or his helmet was just...
Yeah, I think he was looking for a penalty there. That's why he did not play the puck.
No one was called. Trop with the shot, sails wide. Burian, pass it off to Kolb. Kolb tries to throw it in front, but he cannot do so. That ball, Trop had a little 2-on-1, but Waxman stymied the opportunity. Then he clears himself. Markovitz had a little trouble with that one, but he covers, and face-off will be deep in the first zone. SAR came out firing in the first period. This second period has been scoreless, so let's see if anything changes because the pressure's on. Frisch can come back. They've had their chances.
So it looks like the refs are letting them play a little bit today, not calling such a tight game in terms of the physicality.
And with all the... Hersick lets it go through his legs. Frisch pressuring. And SAR is...
Looks like he's getting called for something here.
I think Herstick was given an interference. The ball went through his legs, and I think when Arya Bloom kind of just came out, went for the ball, even though he was on defense, I think he was trying to put a lot of pressure on, and Herstick interfered with him, didn't let him get to the ball. So Frisch will be on the power play once again. Last power play didn't work out well, and one team has called timeout, unclear who, but I would guess it's SAR because Frisch used one of their timeouts already, and I feel that they would save one for the third.
Yeah, and if you're the Frisch coach, you've got to be telling your guys to get something across here, get some momentum going, and hope that you can stage some sort of comeback. 2 power plays late in the second are pretty much gifts for any team down by a few goals, and when you get these kind of power plays, you have to convert them to make this a tight game.
Yeah, Frisch's power play is filled with really good players. R.A. Bloom just takes a warm-up shot on Henry Kolb. I think Henry's laughing a little bit. These guys, friends. I believe that they were on the same team in Camp David, so they're familiar with each other. A lot of these guys in both teams have played against each other for numerous years. SAR and Frisch has become a little bit of a rivalry, and it's these guys want to win. It's all that can happen. And the timeout's over. SAR will send out their 3 captains once again to start off the kill. Frisch's power play is Bauer, Benheim, Feintuck, and Bloom. So let's see if these Let's see if these penalties come back to bite SAR, because right now they've been pretty good at killing them. Face off Friedman versus Bauer. Friedman ties him up. The ball goes to the corner. Kolb wraps it around, but it doesn't get too far. And clear by Jason Burien. Fine took with the shot, blocked by Burien, covered by Kolb. SAR's also been blocking a lot of shots. Henry's had a pretty easy time, a few hard saves, but overall it hasn't been as busy tonight. Face off Burien, Bentheim. Burien ties him up, wins it very cleanly, and goes behind the Frisch net. Arya Bloom taking it in. Good entry. Takes behind the net, and let's see if the Frisch power play can go to work. He throws it up to the top. Bauer with it there, being pressured by Gordy Kolb. Gordy gets it out. He's on a breakaway.
Wow.
And it's saved by
What an aggressive
Markovits.
play by Kolb on the kill. That's a risky play, but when successful, you see the results. A breakaway there.
SCR's offsides. They've got to be careful there. Fontek's got a big shot. Burien with the shot saved by Markovits and covered up. So this power play for Frisch has really not been generating any chances.
Yeah, that was an alert save by Markovits as his team's on the power play, and Burien really got that shot off in a hurry, looking to maybe surprise him.
And it seems the SAR penalty kill is more of a power play for them.
Yeah, Markovits certainly has looked sharper than his predecessor in goal as Kolb grabs that one with his blocker hand. Don't see that one very often.
Henry seems to just be covering up anything that comes near him. He just dropped his stick, caught the ball, got the whistle. Good play. Shua Friedman on the face-off. He wins it, goes behind the net, Jason Burien, and he fails to clear, but Romy Hartstark helps him out and gets the ball out. Romy tries to play within the corner, but he cannot do so. Charlie Benheim with the shot, goes behind the net, and Henry covers once again. So another face-off, this one to the left of Henry.
19 seconds remain on this penalty kill for SAR. Getting through this one would be huge for them.
Eitan Waxman steps on the court for Jason Burien. Shua Friedman has been on the entire penalty kill. Waxman, another SAR win on the penalty kill. They failed to get out originally, but again, Romy Hartstark supporting his defenseman and getting it out. And then Eitan Waxman clears. Fontuk goes behind the net to get it. A shot by Benheim sails wide, and Kolb covers.
Yeah.
That ball was loose, though.
Yeah, Kolb looks pretty alert here on this penalty kill. Really good save from a shot from close in and then off the ricochet, catching that one. And the penalty is over.
So Shua Friedman will finally get a well-deserved rest after the phenomenal game he's played so far. Eitan Waxman on the face-off with Ephraim Hurtstick, Jacob Nawitz, and Judah Forking. Won by SAR. Josh Levine for Frisch. Tries to get it out. He cannot do so. Simon Morgenstern battling with Jacob Nawitz. Judah Forking shot. Rebound. Eitan Waxman. Saved by Markovits using the glove. So Markovits has been very sharp so far. He hasn't let anything by him. Forking and Morgenstern on the face-off. And a shot by Waxman, saved by Markovits.
Yeah, that
Forking.
was just the way that SAR designed that one. Right back and a quick shot.
And cleared by Morgenstern. Waxman goes back to get it. He takes around the net, whiffs on it once, then clears it. So Nawitz will work behind the net. Pops in front of the net. Simon Morgenstern wisely uses his hand to clear it out. Ball pops in front. Markovits had a little trouble with it. Nawitz goes behind the net. He comes out, maybe a little curl out. We'll see what he's doing. He's backing him down. Levine gives him a little hit. He tries to pass across, but that pass went straight to Weiss of Frisch. So
Yeah, Nawitz, I think that SAR would rather he sustain the pressure and just get the safe pass back to the point there.
So Judah Forking handling in the corner, stolen by Josh Levine. Josh Levine takes it around the net, and he fails to clear. That one was blocked. And a pass. Oh, and what a shot by Ephraim Hurtstick, saved by Isaac Markovits. And that ball sails out of play, and these players look tired, everyone on the rink, so there will be full changes for both squads. 2:46 left in the second. SAR up 4-0. We've not seen a goal since first period pretty early on, so has been a lot of action.
Things have quieted down a little bit. Both goalies settled in. The goalie change for Frisch certainly helped them in that department.
So the face-off won by Frisch. SAR, Kobe Lindenbaum fighting for it, and he gets it out. Ethan Green, Gordy Kolb on. Green throws it deep in the zone, and he'll fight with Bloom for it there. Green wins the battle. He throws it behind the net to Gordy Kolb. Gordy tries to move, fails, but keeps the ball. So Gordy with the ball. He spins out, keeps it. Failed shot, but Kobe Lindenbaum gets it behind the net. Defenseman, little pinch. I like the pressure. Kobe loses it, though. Fine tuck. Shot. Henry couldn't cover that one up, so he just sticks it aside. Green gets it out, and he'll chase.
Yeah, Green hasn't been on a lot recently with the penalty kills, so he looks to be full of energy.
Yeah, Lindenbaum fighting with Nugershell in the corner. And we're seeing J.J. Corin. I believe this is his first shift. I'm not positive. He's a junior, but he's a very talented player. Gordy with the ball, and he snipes it. What a shot by Gordy Kolb. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that one just right off the stick, and you see right into the back of the net. No question about it there from Kolb. He just got that one on the side and went right in. Nothing fancy about that one, just a perfect shot.
There was a battle for the ball. Gordy pulled it out. No one was on him. He took his time, went top shelf, and he just put SAR up 5-0. Fine tuck with the ball. Fine tuck spins, backhand, puts it into the SAR zone. Nugershell kicks to the corner, and he'll try to get it to work. Him and his line mate, J.J. Corin. J.J. Corin fighting with Hartsark in the corner. Corin with the shot. Blocked, and it sails wide. Hames.
Yeah, these new guys for Frisch seem to be giving them a little life here.
And Burien, that spin from the boards, he was not able to handle the ball. He throws a pass across. It's blocked, but then Ephraim Herzig keeps it in. Jason Burien keeps in another clear. And it's a little sloppy right now. These shots aren't getting through. Hartsark throws in front. Burien shot sails wide. And the ball is finally cleared by Frisch. Corin throws in front, nobody's home. Nugershell throws it to the net, doesn't get there. And now Hartsark will go down and chase. 30 seconds left. Hames and Hartsark get the ball. Hames the shot. I think that might have even hit off the post. That was a good shot by Hames, but Markovitz was in good position and he didn't really have any room. Nugershell gets the ball in the corner. Corin without a stick. Burien tries to get it out. Fine took whiffs on it, and Bloom gives it to Nugershell, and that one was called a hand pass. Saved by Henry Kolb regardless, but...
So after a quiet stretch there from the SAR offense, they've ramped it up here in the last couple of minutes in the second, and that's not what Frisch wanted. After failing on those two power plays, they really wanted to keep the pressure up, hoped to get something, but instead it looks like SAR is the team that ramped it up a notch here towards the end of the second.
Yeah, and I mean, this game has been completely controlled by SAR. Frisch has had their chances, but nothing really so close to scoring, and it's 5-0, 7 seconds left, and I think this one is close to being away. Bauer with it up top. Arya Bloom shot. Blocked by Shu Friedman, and that's the end of the period.
liked me anyway.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You have humility, nobility, and a sense of honor that is very rare indeed.
אני יודע שהכל יהיה סבבה, ניתן את הלב והנשמה, נביא את הסוואגה, לא נוותר, רק נרים את הראש למעלה. אני יודע שהכל יהיה בסדר, לא מקשיב למי שמדבר בלי קשר, חושב מחוץ אל הקופסה וגם מעבר, אמת מקי יורק עד הקבר, לא מתערבב, לא משחק במשחקים, לא קונה אלף חיוכים, עסוק בעצמי, לא תובע בתככים שנחשים שמנסים למשוך בחוטים, בבילן בזיין, עכבר מול עין, בחיפוש אחר האושר, לא מחפש להיות המעליין, בום שקלק, קפה שרוך חזק, עם הנץ' הכי שחור במשחק, צ'ולו הסדק, סול משאיר אבק, מרימים את הראש, צופים למרחק. אני יודע שהכל יהיה בסדר, לא משנה מה כולם מדברים בסתר, ניתן בראש בעזרת השם בלי נדר.
אין לנו איביזה, אין הרבה בוויזה, אבל יש את הבריזה של אלה והכנרת. אז אם אתה מרגיש שחד, תתארגן על אוטו ועל בגד נע, אין עוד קיץ כזה במדינה אחרת.
אז בוא נשים את כל הבעיות בצד, ביחד נלמד אותם אחד אחד, שמה שמדבר אל הישראלים זה בסה עם סלסולים.
הבחור של הנגב ועד החרמון, ככה זה בארץ, ככה זה בציון, כל שבת בדשא על האצטדיון, ככה זה בארץ, ככה זה בציון.
אלכוהול מרוסיה, אוכל מרוקאי, כינור אשכנזים, טיפה טינה ניי ניי, גם אם מבחוץ זה נראה על הפנים, וואלק לא מתלוננים, גם אם
אין לנו איביזה, אין הרבה בוויזה, אבל יש את הבריזה של אלה והכנרת.
אז אם אתה מרגיש שחד,
תתארגן על אוטו ועל בגד ים, אין עוד קיץ כזה במדינה אחרת.
אז בוא נשים את כל
liked me anyway.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You have humility, nobility, and a sense of honor that is very rare indeed.
And we're back for the third period at SAR. SAR was up 4-0 after the first. Scored one in the second. Gordy Kolb had a very nice shot. And the story of this game was, well, Frisch came out and didn't really show up.
Yeah, so it looks like Frisch will try to put together something here in the third, maybe stage a comeback. And SAR will just try to hold their lead. So looks like first line coming out for SAR to start.
And the second period was filled with penalties. Ethan Green and Gordy Kolb didn't really get to line much together because of all the penalties taken by SAR and Frisch combined. So we'll see that duo back together, and let's see if they can produce some offense.
Yeah, we saw Kolb come out on defense a little bit towards the end of the second period. But looks like he's back on offense now with Ethan Green.
And for Frisch, we see Arya Bloom, Maury Bauer, Charlie Bentheim, and I'm a little confused because I only see 3 Frisch players and I don't see a penalty on the board. But so there are 4 guys on, and Josh Levine steps on the court, and so we're gonna play 4-on-4. A little confusion there, but it's all worked out, and we're gonna start here.
So Kolb face-off pushed forward, and Burien gets it to Green, whose clear is blocked, but then it is sent down. Bloom gets it up, and out of the zone, Burien clears. A shot saved by Kolb from long distance, and that clear is blocked. And a pass across. Oh, what a save!
And we're going to get a replay of that one. That was a phenomenal save by Henry Kolb, robbing Maury Bauer.
Oh, with the anticipation and, desperation.
And great pressure by Charlie Bentheim. He stole the puck from Jason Burien, who is a phenomenal defenseman, and gave a great pass across to Maury Bauer. So
Yeah.
SAR's got to be a little careful. They could have just let up a goal 20 seconds in, and that ball is wisely covered by Henry. And a little traffic on him. They should be careful. Henry's had a few injuries in his past, so God bless he's able to be out there today, but got to be careful. You never know.
Yeah, so face-off won by Frisch. Pass and a shot was blocked. In front again, and a shot flies wide. Kept in at the point. Shot by Levine goes high and wide. Hames looks to clear. Ty Hames gets crunched on the boards, but taken away by Harkstark from Bloom. Harkstark gets it to Hames, who spins and puts it up top. Waxman misses it, and he is outnumbered as it's sent in front and to the other corner.
Frisch is sending 3 players deep to try to get a goal out here, so we'll see how that plays out.
That one is covered by Markovitz, and a face-off will be down towards the Frisch zone, but Frisch has had the majority of the pressure.
Only a minute in, but Frisch seems to be coming out strong with that great chance by Maury Bauer on the pass from Charlie Bentheim. Henry had to come out strong and make a good save, but we'll see how SAR responds to this early Frisch attack.
That face-off won by Frisch, but it looked like Kolb was the first man to it in the corner. Green working, and a penalty as it looks like Gordy Kolb injured one of the Frisch players.
And it looks like Benji Font took us down. I didn't see the injury, but he looks a little banged up, so we hope he recovers quickly and is okay. It looks like it's upper body based on the way he's just running, like maybe a shoulder or arm, but we hope he recovers soon. He's a great player, and love to see him back out on the court.
All right, so Frisch will look to get something done here on a penalty. They're figuring out the call. Frisch needs something here to get going. Otherwise, they're done for. I mean, they're getting another power play. They're already over 3.
And SAR's probably best penalty killer as a forward, Gordy Kolb, is in the box. Romy Hartstark is very fast and also just a great player, so we'll see how he does on the penalty kill. a little switch on the Frisch power play as Fine is injured. J.J. Corin, who didn't really see any playing time in the first period, saw a little bit at the end of the second, is now on the Frisch power play. So we'll see how that coaching decision turns out.
So Friedman clears after Frisch had won that face-off, and Bauer quickly up to Bloom, but the dump in is blocked, and Friedman looks to break, and a hard shot saved by Kolb.
It was a hard shot from the about half court, and half court in this rink is not very far, but that one hit basically the center of Henry's jersey, the logo, so wasn't such a hard one for him to save, but great rebound control, not letting anything up, and there will be a face-off to the left of him.
So 3:14 left. Looks like they gave him a major.
Yeah.
For
Gordy
that.
Cole will be in the box for a long time.
That was a one-timer, just missed there by Bauer and cleared down. Harkstar quickly there, so a cover by Markovitz.
And although that clear by Shua Friedman seems very harmless and easy save, he actually seemed like he put a little spin on it, and Markovitz was able to trap it pretty easily, but you never know. These goals happen, and crazier stuff has happened than a full-court goal.
We actually saw one today as Nayowitz on the pressure on the penalty kill as 3 Frisch players.
Oh,
that is a hard hit into the boards, no call, but it looked like a bit of a boarding.
SAR coaches are furious by the no call there as Charlie Benheim there. Jacob Nayowitz chasing. And Burien fakes the slap shot as Bauer turns away, and then he just simply dumps it into the corner. Great play by Jason Burien.
So Nayowitz still fearless even after that hard hit, and he has a chance to break here in the corner. And another one, that's going to be called.
And
That's going to be a trip.
Schraub whistled. Oh, and Schraub is he gone? I'm not sure, but he signaled like an ejection maybe. I think he might be done.
That might be
the end of Schraub's night.
We'll see what they call here, but
he shot it in the direction of Jacob Nayowitz after the whistle. Jacob Nayowitz, the speedster, did a great job on that penalty kill, and after the penalty was called, Nayowitz did a little fist pump, and he got very excited, and then Schraub just took his anger out on Nayowitz, and it cost him probably his night. So
a minute 30 penalty on Schraub. But in addition to that, it looks like his night is done. So Frisch will be down one of their top players here.
Debatably their best scorer, and he's done for the night. He's gone to the locker room, and he doesn't look very happy.
So for the remainder of this one, Frisch will be short-handed.
And the SAR bench is having a little fun with the Frisch bench. I think it's all in good fun. I don't think there's any taunting going on, but it looks like everyone's having a good time. No one's so mad, although Charlie Frausch is still sitting there on the bench, and he doesn't look too happy. And he's been sitting there ever since the second period, and it wasn't his night. He's a great goaltender, but it wasn't his night.
So it looks like it's going to be some 3-on-3 action. It looks like they're going to have someone else. I'm not sure what the scoreboard
I believe someone has to serve the penalty for him as he's ejected. So
so it's a minute 30 for the slash, and 3:30 for the major.
I don't know where the 3 minutes and 30 seconds comes from, but that's the penalty given. These are experienced refs. I've had them many times. I had them the game before. They did a great job, and they know what they're doing, so just got to trust them.
So looks like they're having some debate about the clock here, whether there really is 2 penalties. It's going to be 3-on-2 for SAR. 2:21 left on their penalty, but looks like Frisch is going to be on a penalty kill for a bit longer than that. It'll be even strength for about a minute, and then Frisch will go on another short penalty kill as that face-off is won by SAR, but Bloom puts it as far as center, but not all the way down. And it's Harkstark who misses on that pass, and Bauer tries to get it out. Harkstark strong, but Bauer manages to clear. Harkstark now as a 2-on-1 develops, but a nice play getting back by Bauer. Bauer with a nice move, but stopped by Friedman. 2-on-1 here. And Friedman tries to escape Bloom, and that one skitters out of the zone.
And it looks like we have a 3-on-2 here, which you don't see very often.
Ooh, Harkstark right in on goal, and a nice save by Markovitz.
And I've been waiting to say this since the last whistle. The commotion between the SAR and Frisch bench was because they were excited that Andy Katz, Frisch Jr., was serving the penalty. I think he's excited about it. He hasn't seen much time, so finally figured that out, and it's good to see that he's happy about that. He's a great kid, good hockey player, and we're happy he's having a good time tonight.
So it'll be Hames on the face-off for the Sting, and won by Frisch, but kept in the zone nicely by Burien. Hames gets trapped in the corner, but he escapes to Friedman, teeing up a shot to Burien. Tries to get it down low to Hames, but it's cleared. Quickly, Burien up to Friedman, who loses it at the point, so they'll have to reset.
There's 25 seconds left in the 3-on-2, then it'll go to a 3-on-3. Then when the SAR player returns, it'll go to a 4-on-3.
So Friedman up to Burien, a shot faked over to Hames, back to Burien. Burien, a shot just missed left. So Hames will corral the rebound in the corner. It leaves it behind, but the Frisch players are playing quite cautious defense here. As a shot off the mask.
And the Frisch player returns, or he is supposed to return. They had a little trouble with the bench. The guy's still not out, and the penalty was over for about 10 seconds before the guy came out.
So
that was
3-on-3 action here as Friedman spins, tries to filter one across, but is stopped.
This 3-on-3 will only be for about 30 seconds as Gordy Kolb will return and SR will go on a 1-minute power play.
So Frisch needs to get something going in this quick minute of even strength. 3-on-3, the court should be a little more open for them, but if they don't get something going here, you have to think that this game is over.
That 3-on-2 was fun to watch.
Herstick, Friedman, and Fort Gang on here for SAR. Not sure what's going on.
I think they're waiting for Charlie Benheim to tie his shoes, and they just kicked him off the court. So his shoes will have to be tied on the bench.
So face-off won by SAR, and Friedman will reset from behind his goal. Pass stop there. Nice play by Bauer, who's controlling. Pass shot. Blocker saved by Kolb on a nice shot from the point. Forking in a shot. And another save from Markovitz. He's been good. That one is brought down by Bloom, but it escapes out of the zone. Hard shot was blocked there, so he'll get it back and try again. Another one is blocked. Goes up into the netting. And a whistle. We'll see where they place this face-off.
And Bauer just trying to get the ball down, and he can't do that. He was unable to get it down. I've practiced here a lot of times. Balls get stuck. It's just so annoying to get them down. Just leave them.
Kolb is out of the box, meaning SAR gets a 4-on-3 power play.
They have 1:09 left on this power play.
So looks like Harkstark and Kolb will start for SAR with Burien and Friedman as this face-off will come out of the zone.
None of the power plays have really had any success tonight, so we'll see if SAR can put this game away with a nice power play goal.
Harkstark wins that one and puts it down into the zone. Kolb pressuring Levine, but Levine manages to get it up, and Frisch clears. Kolb covering, not sure. He could have let that one loose, but rather be safe. So he'll cover, face off to his left now.
All game, Henry's been pretty conservative, covering every chance he can. And it's paid off for him as he has the shutout.
So Friedman off the draw to Kolb. Kolb breaking in. Backhander just missed wide. Burien now. Harkstark over to help. Bloom gets it up and clears. Kolb blockers it to the corner. Friedman backhands it across. But a nice alert play by Bloom. But Friedman was there. So now it's Burien up to Kolb. But it's blocked and sent down. Friedman didn't see Bentheim coming, but he managed to get it to Burien. Some tired Sting players out right now. as Friedman looks to rush. That one is sent into the SAR zone where Burien gets beaten to it by Bentheim, who's wasting time in the corner. 2 Sting players in there, and Friedman takes it. Whistle blown.
And a penalty is called.
Looks like it's on Shua Friedman, who does not like the call.
So we'll play 3-on-3 for 4 seconds, and then Frisch will go to a power play. And we saw a lot of this in the second period. And I don't think it's intended to be such a dirty game. Like, these guys are friends. They know each other. No fights seem to be growing. I don't know the word to describe that, but it's been a pretty dirty game. Just trips, hooks. There have been a few hits, but not many, and I would love to see how many penalties have been called in this game.
Yeah, it looked like they're calling the third period a little closer. Maybe that was just a decision made after the second was a bit rough. And that one is cleared by Herstick, and Andy Katz got a second there and jumped right back over the boards so that Frisch could go on this power play.
J.J. Corn fighting for it in the corner. He's replaced Joe Trop on the power play.
Looks like it's a bit of waste of time here as Herstick controls.
Natan Ugershell helping out. Herstick killing it. Corrin.
And Kolb comes out with it. Let's see that speed as he rushes straight down and gets it behind the net. Kolb tries a wraparound. No good as Frisch clears all the way down. Herstick now fires to Kolb, who backs into the zone, and an offsides is called on Frisch.
So 5:19 left. The goalies will switch sides in floor hockey. That's a common thing, as the sides are not equal, so gives each team an equal opportunity. So Hartzark will come on to kill this one. Waxman and Burien on D. SAR on the penalty kill for another 41 seconds. Face off. Frisch will take it behind their own net. Bentheim to Fontek, back to Bentheim. He cannot control. Hartzark interfering with that pass. Waxman with a shot. Sails wide. Bentheim looks to pass across. Can't get it. Burien steals it. A good move. Backhand chip. Blocked by Fontek and taken up by Corrin, who passes to Bauer. Kolb swipes away. And Waxman and Corrin fighting for it. Waxman gets it out. Hops over the stick of Fontek.
Yeah, so this
45 left.
This power play has really been a story of the game so far, where Frisch just can't seem to get much going, and SAR, even down a man, was able to get the most of the chances during that power play. Oh. Yeah, we've seen a lot of that alert play by Shua Friedman today. He's certainly been very effective for SAR.
And Gordy Kolb's getting doubled in the corner now by Bentheim and Fontek. He still manages to get the ball for a little bit, but it's finally stolen. And Markovich is finally able to cover. Shua Friedman went on. He put it through the defender's legs, had a break, tried to go 5-hole. He couldn't connect, but the ball was loose and no one really knew, so bit of a wasted opportunity.
Good to see Feintuck's back out there. Looks like he's okay.
Yeah, I think he was on for a good amount of the power play, but we're happy to see that he's okay. Deer Landy's making his first appearance of the night. He's known as the energizer of this team. He plays music pretty loud in the locker room, so every team needs a guy like that, and he's a big factor to this Sting success. Green with the shot, and it seemed that Morgenstern might have even shot it on his own goalie, but Markovich continuing his stellar play and was able to make another save. So face off to the left of Markovich, Green and Kolb, Friedman, and the energizer, Adir Landis. Green's loads
been
up.
Pretty active here in the third in his limited ice time, as the special teams opportunities usually are not including him on any of those lines. He pretty much plays at even strength. As Kolb's been very effective along the boards
And
today.
Kolb gets sat on by Simon Morgenstern. That was an interesting sight to see, as you don't usually see that in any sport.
Green.
Green with a shot. What a shot. That was a great shot from Ethan Green.
Yeah, Markovitz has really been playing really well. I mean, at the beginning of the game, we saw that Charlie Freilich was not on top of his game today, let in a few bad goals, and coming out since the second period, Markovitz has been stellar for Frisch, giving up 1 goal on all these chances.
Well, Markovitz was the JV goalie last year. He started off the season a little shaky, and then as the season progressed, he had a phenomenal year, led Frisch to a championship, and he won MVP of the championship game. And Frisch finally gets one. Josh Levine with the goal, and he shakes hands with Aryeh Bloom as they've done so many times after they score a goal. So the shutout is over for Henry Kolb. I'm sure people are a little sad to see that.
Yeah.
Frisch out with pretty much all sophomore line.
A little disappointing for Kolb. I'm sure he wanted to shut out Frisch, and everyone really on the SAR team probably wanted to shut out Frisch, but they'll take a win.
I think beating Frisch is enough for most of these guys. And the ball goes behind the net. Frisch, Bloom gets it. Pass off to Levine, who shoots again, blockered away by Kolb.
Kolb's been pretty active with that blocker today.
Lindenbaum throws it down. Bloom gets it out of the zone, and Neugerschelt throws it towards Henry, and he steers it aside. Lindenbaum battles in the corner, loses the battle. Frisch has control, but not for long as SAR takes it, and they clear. Johnny Hames fighting with Aryeh Bloom. Aryeh Bloom steals it, and he's going deep into the corner.
Herstick playing a really strong physical game tonight.
Yeah, he doesn't have a big body, but he uses every pound he has.
Ooh, nice move by Levine, looking for another.
Yeah, Levine has a great shot from the point. He can get it off in a very quick amount of time, and it goes top shelf just like that. So he got Frisch on the board. It seems like that's going to be it, but you'll never know. The 4 goals in a minute 52 seems somewhat impossible, but the Hive is a place for magic, so.
Looks like Natano Fiorino is getting out there for a little.
I think this is his first
at
shift.
the end of the night.
Gordy Kolb and Ethan Green, SR's first line. They're out there. Green steals it. He gets hooked. I don't think they're going to call that one based on the score.
They certainly did.
Oh, and the hands up, yeah. That was a pretty obvious one. You can't really ignore that, but based on the score, it seemed a little.
Yeah, I think the refs would just like to keep it fair, even at this point in the game.
Yeah, so SR will go to the power play. Aryeh Bloom is banging on the bench. And SR will send out their first unit. Jason Burien, Shua Friedman, Gordy Kolb, Romy Hartstark. For Frisch, it's Simon Morgenstern, Maury Bauer, and Benji Feintuck.
Yeah, for SAR, this is going to be good practice against a very formidable opponent here. Good power play time. Just work on things.
And Gordy with the shot gets blocked. Jason in the corner with it. Romy doubles. And Frisch clears. Shua back for it. Shua passes across to Gordy. Gordy can't get it, and the ball is dumped by Frisch. Bauer fighting with Shua. Shua gets a pass off to Burien. Burien stops, chips it up, and gives it to Gordy. Goes behind the net. Romy kicks it out. Great play by Romy. Gordy gets it. Gordy has it, and he slings a pass across. And Hartstark couldn't get the defender out of the way to allow that pass to go to Burien.
Yeah, nice job by SAR getting traffic in front.
Yeah, their power play, it's generally attempted that they get a pass across righties and lefties on their offsides for a one-timer. So, and Gordy Kolb with a breakaway, but he misses. And he spins out, and another save by Markowitz. Morgenstern and Gordy get a little tangled up there, but there's a minute 5 left, and it's 5-1 SAR. 55 seconds left on SAR power play, so most of the game will consist of an SAR power play unless they score. Friedman left a little open. He passes to Burien. Burien shot sticked away by Markowitz. Burien fighting for it in the corner with Benji Feintuck. Feintuck Hart start coming in to help. Fine Tech rings it around the boards. A great keep by Shua Friedman. And a shot, another shot, sails wide. And that one popped in the netting. That should have been a whistle, and the whistle's called a little late, but they get it.
Friedman's shot's been a little off today. He's played a great game nonetheless.
He got that first one.
He had that early goal from the other side, but he hasn't been able to connect on many of his chances. If he was, shooting at his top performance, this game would be a lot more open than the 4-goal game it is now.
Yeah, so 5-1, 40.7 seconds left. The comeback is probably out of reach at this point. Bloom is out there for Frisch. Ian Wellfeld is out there for Frisch. And Josh Levine is out there for Frisch. A shot, blocked, and then Jason Beard with the shot, saved.
Yeah, good job by SAR getting the shots on net during this power play. The last few, they've done a lot of passing, but not a lot of shooting.
And another pass blocked away.
This time they've done a lot of shooting.
And full strength, 10 seconds left. Wellfeld ran into the boards there. Gordy takes it around, and that'll be the game. SAR 5-1. Good win for them. I'm sure most of these players are happy. And
certainly another commanding win for SAR. Puts them on top of the Western Conference Division. They will pass MTA for first place in a hotly contested division with the top 4 teams looking very strong this year. Clearly a great win for SAR. Tough loss for Frisch. Thanks for tuning in.
We're going to see if we can get an interview after this game. It was a big night for SAR as the JV team played earlier. Didn't do so well. Frisch kind of took control of that one. And then SAR Varsity came out here and made a statement with the 5-1 victory. And let's see if we can get an interview. And we've got Joe Block here in the booth. So this is an exciting time for everyone.
Love a good post-game interview.
So, Joe, what do you think? How do you think your team responded? Lot of pressure, big game, and your team came out and was up to the task. So, how do you guys think you handled it?
I think we handled it very admirably. Sorry, I lost my voice screaming on the bench, but yeah, I think we did a great job tonight, really responding after a brutal game against TABC. And yeah, I mean they came out with fire. The locker room came out with intensity, ready to go, and they showed that tonight.
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think set the tone for you guys early? What was the big difference?
Honestly, the locker room, and we came out prepared. As opposed to other games where your mind's only half in it. They came out really prepared tonight, really motivated to win. She would delivered within 10 seconds. So, it really shows the strengths of coming out ready to win.
One more question. You guys came out really strong in the first period, scored 4 goals. Did you guys have a specific game plan that you think contributed to that early lead?
Yeah, exactly that. Just come out, score big early, and we delivered on that. And it's an interesting game to say the least. But
all right, thank you, SAR star Joe Block.
Unreal,
great game.
Proud to finally get recognized.
Thanks for the interview.
My pleasure.
Good luck in the future games. Hope to see you back in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, certainly.